GamerPoets strives to create the most informative and easy-to-navigate tutorials available, driven by viewer feedback and contribution. What some would do in 10 videos, we do in 1. Since the videos are packed full of so much information, a lot of which the general viewer may not even care to know, navigation is provided to accommodate the individual as much as possible. On-screen navigation is provided and appropriately labeled within the sidebar via annotations to each major section of the tutorial, and the video description provides navigation to every single part of the tutorial step by step. What is Merge Plugins and what can it do? Created by Mator the Eternal, Merge Plugins Standalone, the successor to the Merge Plugins Xedit script, is a Windows application that automates the process of combining multiple ESPs and ESMs into a single plugin. Not only does Merge Plugins handle plugins, but it also handles asset files associated with them. It automatically copies, renames, and rebuilds assets so that the new individual mod will work exactly the same as the original group of mods once did. In summary, with Merge Plugins, you won't just be combining plugins, you will be merging entire mods. Merge Plugins delivers more than the obvious effects. With this software, you can indirectly surpass the plugin file limit of 255, increase game stability, and make your load order easier to manage. The program does not delete any part of the original mod. Deletion decisions are left to the user. In case a mistake is made, the user won't have to re-download the old mods that have been merged, but simply delete the merged plugin and reactivate or reinstall the old mods. The program interfaces with plugins through Xedit framework. Therefore, it does and will support any game that Xedit is fully operational for. A handful of updates on the author's part is all that will be needed. While this tutorial covers a great deal of information, I suggest reading the Merge Plugins documentation. You can also hover your cursor over nearly everything within the interface to receive helpful information. You can even push the F1 key, receive a question mark icon next to your cursor, and then select anything within the interface to receive full documentation about the selection. For the F1 option to work, you will need Internet Explorer or an add-on for your current browser to allow the handling of CHM files. A link to what CHMs are is provided. There are a handful of truly astounding utilities in existence that have helped to advance not only game modification, but the community itself. Those are the utilities that deserve our praise, and, strangely enough, those are the creators that don't ask for or require it. This is one of those works of art. Pre-installation. Bash Patch and Merge Patch users. A common misconception is that Merge Plugins resolves conflicts like a compatibility patch. Merge Plugins does not do this. Merge Plugins combines plugins following the rule of 1 so you can disable them from your load order and free up space for more mods. This is very different from a bashed patch or merged patch in that it completely replaces the plugins that are merged. You can and should use compatibility patches with your merge. Merge Plugins takes a set of plugins and combines them in a way that corresponds to how those plugins would operate in game if they were separate, but in a single contiguous block in your load order. Some information is lost when combining plugins, so building a bashed or merged patch after combining them will not yield the same results as when the plugins were separate. If you want to have a merged plugin with conflicts resolved, you need to create and include a compatibility patch specific to the plugins that you're merging in the actual merge file. Necessary and recommended third-party utilities. Merge Plugins requires a couple of other utilities to work and offers some recommendations. Links to tutorials as well as to the utilities themselves are provided. Necessary utilities. The Creation Kit. You do not need to possess any knowledge about the Creation Kit. However, a couple of files that come with it are needed for specific integration processes. As the Skyrim Creation Kit is specific to Skyrim, if using other games that utilize the Papyrus engine, such as Fallout 4, you will also have to install the corresponding Creation Kit, GEC, or whatever the title of that software happens to be. The second necessary utility is Champolian. This is a .pex to .psc Papyrus script file decompiler. It is needed for part of the same integration process as the Creation Kit is. No knowledge of the utility is needed. Champolian simply needs to be installed. Optional utilities. BSA opt. Not necessary for any part of merged plugins workflow, however, necessary if you choose to use the Build Merged BSA option explained within the Quick Bars section of the tutorial. Test 5 Edit. Not necessary for merge plugins to work, but handy to look over merges that you have created for Skyrim. Use the appropriate version of Xedit for other games it supports if creating merges for them. Downloading merge plugins. Navigate to nexusmods.com/skyrim/mods/69905. Open files. Locate the most recent main files version. Select the blue Download Manually hyperlink. By default, your PC will download merge plugins to your Downloads folder. Installation and setup. While the Merge Plugins archive can be extracted anywhere on your system, and a single copy of Merge Plugins will work for all Xedit compatible games, we are going to keep things neat, organized, and intuitive for those following other GamerPoets tutorials. Installation. Open the Merge Plugins archive. In the second window, navigate to the game folder that you wish to use Merge Plugins for. The Steam drive letter, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and the name of the game. Right-click to create a new folder. Name the folder Merge Plugins. Move all of the archive's contents to the new folder. Right-click Merge Plugins EXE and send to desktop. You can now close all windows and delete the archive as it is no longer needed. Game integration. Launch Merge Plugins. If you receive an Open File Security warning window, deactivate the Always Ask Before Opening This File checkbox and select Run. Games that have been installed to your system with established registries will automatically be detected. Each detected game will have its own profile window. To manually add a game, select Create New Profile. Name the profile. Select a compatible game from the Game drop-down menu. Select the folder to the right of the Path directory bar, navigate to and highlight the game folder in question, select OK. Setting a proper file path to an established game will change the profile's background color from light red to light green. Configuration. Select the profile that you wish to use. The profile background color will change from light green to light blue, and then the OK button will be active. Select OK. The plugin selection window will open. At this point, you need to be aware of your plugin count. You can only have 255 plugins in total due to engine limitations. Each merge that you make will add to the list of plugins that are loaded during the current merge session. You can safely load all of the plugins in your load order, but only if you are certain that you will not exceed the 255 plugin limit. If you are near or over this limit, or if you aren't sure, load only the plugins that you want to merge together. When you have made your choices, select OK. Manual modders. Select the options gear icon. Open the Merging tab. Locate Merge Destination Directory. Use the folder icon to the right to navigate to the game's data folder. Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the game title, Data. Highlight the data folder, select OK. Locate and activate the checkbox Extract BSAs. Select OK. Nexus Mod Manager users. For those using NMM with a version earlier than version 0.60, follow the manual modder steps. For those using version 0.60 plus, select the options gear icon. Open the Merging tab. Locate Merge Destination Directory. Choose a location that you will remember, as this is where the Merge Plugins output files will go. The safest and most organized way of using NMM with merged plugins, regardless of the options that you choose throughout the process, is to later create an archive from the output files. I will personally choose the archive storage folder that I created during the Nexus Mod Manager tutorial. Inside of the storage folder, I will create another folder and name it Merged Plugins to be archived. Again, you can choose any location that you like. Highlight the folder in question, select OK. Activate the checkbox Extract BSAs. Open the Integrations tab. Activate the checkbox I'm using Nexus Mod Manager. Set the Mod Manager path to the Nexus Mod Manager installation folder. If following GamerPoets tutorials, the folder will be located in Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the game title, Nexus Mod Manager. Highlight the Nexus Mod Manager folder, select OK. Set the Mod Manager mods path to the Nexus Mod Manager virtual install folder. If following GamerPoets tutorials, the Steam drive letter, Games, Nexus Mod Manager, the game title, Mods, Virtual Install. Highlight the virtual install folder. Select OK. Select OK at the options window. Mod Organizer users. Select the Options Gears icon. Open the Integrations tab. Activate the checkbox I'm using Mod Organizer. Select the Detect Integrations button. If following GamerPoets tutorials, the Mod Manager path should be pointing to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the game title, Mod Organizer. And the Mod Manager mods path should be pointing to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the game title, Mod Organizer, mods. Be sure to verify that the correct Mod Organizer paths are set, as merged plugins may detect the wrong MO copy if more than one is installed. If you need to manually set these paths and have been following GamerPoets tutorials, again, the Mod Organizer folders are located in Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the game title, Mod Organizer. Select OK. Open the Merging tab. Locate the checkbox Extract BSAs. Deactivate it. The reason that you can do this, unlike Nexus Mod Manager and manual users, is because Mod Organizer actually handles BSAs. Select OK when you have finished. Just assure that after you have loaded the merge plugins into Mod Organizer, double-check the Archives tab and assure that all of the BSA checkboxes are activated. Open Mod Organizer. Select the Modify Executables icon. Name the title Merge Plugins. Select the ellipsis to the right of the binary. Navigate to the Merge Plugins exe. Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the game title, Merge Plugins. Double-click Merge Plugins exe. Back within the Modify Executables window, select Add. Select Close, open the drop-down menu next to Run, locate the Merge Plugins utility. When launching and using Merge Plugins, you will now do so from within Mod Organizer. Merge Plugins will now detect the plugins that you install to MO. All users. Within Merge Plugins Options window, open the Merging tab. In the Asset Handling section, locate and activate the Handle Script Fragments checkbox. Select the Verify File Access button. This will verify that Merge Plugins has the necessary file system permissions to function properly. Do this every time you change the merged directories. All users of games with the Papyrus engine, Papyrus Integration. The Papyrus integration provided by Merge Plugins allows the utility to handle script fragments. Without this option, any mod that contains script fragments, all follower and quest mods, and any other plugin that contains script fragments will most likely malfunction if merged. Those using Merge Plugins for games that don't use the Papyrus engine, such as Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, can skip to the basic merge creation and activation section of this tutorial. First, select the Options Gear icon and open the Integrations tab. Selecting the Detect Integrations button should automatically set the proper file paths for the entire Papyrus Integration section. If the paths are established, you can skip to the basic merge creation and activation section of this tutorial. Everyone else, select the folder icon to the right of Champollion Decompiler path. Navigate to the Champollion.exe. If following GamerPoets tutorials, it will be located in Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the game title, Champollion version number. Double-click the Champollion.exe. Select the folder icon to the right of the Papyrus compiler path. Navigate to the Papyrus compiler.exe. Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the game name, Papyrus compiler. Double-click the Papyrus compiler.exe. Open Windows Explorer. Navigate to the game's data folder. Steam, Steam Apps, Common, the title of the game, data. Locate the scripts archive that comes with the creation kit. Right-click and extract the contents into the data folder. Be sure to not replace any existing source files that come from SKSE or the corresponding script extender for whichever game you are using. If asked to replace a file, select No to All. In the Merge Plugins Integration tab, select the folder icon to the right of the Papyrus Flags path. Navigate to the Game Data folder, open the Scripts folder, open the Source folder, and locate the game title _papyrus_flags.flag file. If you do not wish to watch the other tutorials, just to simply know how to get these files in their proper locations, or if those tutorials are not yet created, when downloading these utilities, such as Champollion, simply place the contents of their archives according to the file paths that I have provided. Basic merge creation and activation. There are things that the user should keep in mind when creating merges. Load order. You should not just randomly toss plugins into a merge. Load order should be kept in mind as you are turning multiple mods into a single one and will not be able to place other mods in between them anymore. New and frequently updated mods. If a mod or group of mods is constantly being updated, instead of deleting the old mods after they are merged, keep them deactivated in your mod manager. Deactivating them will remove them from your load order, but will allow you to keep them on hand so that you can update and rebuild the merges accordingly. Master files. Master files should not be merged. Mods that depend on them are going to assume they are missing from your load order. For example, the mod Skyrim Immersive Creatures for the game Skyrim. Theoretically, you can merge the mod and have the game function as it should. However, let's say that you add the mod Skyrim Redone to your load order. Skyrim Redone comes with a patch for Immersive Creatures titled SkyRe-Sick-Patch.esp. Even though Immersive Creatures is technically a part of your load order, the SkyRe-Sick patch will not be able to detect Immersive Creatures and your game may crash on startup. What files should you actually merge? Prior to even launching merge plugins, you should consider what plugins you want to merge. Follower mods. Follower mods usually never have another mod that depends on them as a master. Always double check the information on the mod pages that you have downloaded them from before creating a merge, but you will most likely be safe merging all of your follower mods together. Patches. While you don't want to merge plugins together that other mods and patches depend on to function, you can merge plugins together that patch other mods. For example, the Skyrim mod Expanded Towns and Cities. If you have mods and patches that require the main ETAC Resources ESM as a master, you want to leave that plugin alone. However, because I have ELFX installed, I need all of the Enhanced Towns and Cities ELFX patches for each town that I use ETAC for. I can merge those 7 ELFX plugins that I have installed into a single merged ESP. Since the merge's master files have been untouched, both the merge and the game will still work. In summary, merges will detect their master files if the masters have not been merged, or if the masters are a part of the merge and the merge itself contains all of the plugins that depend on the master. Individual, non-merged mods that depend on master files will not work if their masters are a part of a merge. Armor mods, weapon mods, user interface mods, visual, sound, and yes, even more mods can potentially be merged. Most can be. Everything in modding comes back to knowing your own load order and not being a lackadaisical modder, slapping random mods into your manager and expecting the game to work and or others to fix your issues for you. Because in most cases, it's not going to happen. The key to keeping things organized and stable when merging so many different types of mods is to merge similar types of mods together. Merge armor mods with armor mods. Merge weapon mods with weapon mods. If you start merging mods that cause storms to be these great and powerful monsoons, with mods that add glorious player homes, and others that add new and exotic animals, the only thing that you are going to end up with is a sopping attitude and a bad taste in your mouth. There are a great deal of mods out there that you can merge together. Take your time, figure out what you want to merge and why, and then execute. If you have taken the time to approach the 255 plugin limit while maintaining a stable game, then you should have no problem taking a little bit of time to plan your merges. Copy general assets. It is important to know that the Copy General Assets option within the program's Options Integrations tab allows not only plugins to be merged, but entire mods. A benefit for Mod Organizer users in deselecting the Copy General Assets option is that you can still organize your asset files separately in the left pane as you would the old mods. I recommend that Nexus Mod Manager users always leave the Copy General Assets checkbox activated as it is by default. Manual users cannot use the Copy General Assets options because it relies on the virtual file structure provided by the mod managers. Keep in mind that without the mod asset files, the plugins will most likely malfunction, so one way or another, they need to be in your load order. From the main Merge Plugins window, within the Plugins tab, right-click the first plugin that you wish to merge. The first plugin that you choose is what all other plugins within this merge will be checked against. Treat this plugin, whatever it is, as a master file to the merge in progress itself. Also, it is good to note that you can Control-click or Shift-click to select multiple plugins at once to make the merging process faster. In this case, the plugin with the highest physical position and lowest index numbers is treated as the main file in the merge. Select Add to Merge. Select New Merge. Name the merge. Name the file, assuring to leave .esp at the end. Select OK. Right-click the next plugin that you wish to merge with the first. Select Add to Merge. Select the merge name that you created for the first plugin. Continue this process for any other plugins that you are merging into this same file. When you have finished adding all of the plugins to the merge, select the Merges tab. Right-click the appropriate merge plugin, as you can create more than one. Select Plugins. Select Check Plugins for Errors. When checking for errors is finished, close the Checking for Errors window. If the merge turns any color other than a dark green, right-click the merge again. Select Plugins, select Resolve Issues. One or more tabs will open, depending on what type of issues are present. Read each tab, as it will both explain what the issue is and what you should do in an attempt to resolve it. For the sake of this tutorial, which may still be the right choice to make, except for that these select plugins in this order have not been tested, I'll select the Ignore button to move forward. Select OK. If the merge has turned a dark green, right-click it and select Build Merge. At this point, the merge plugin has been created. Manual users. Navigate to the game's data folder. Move the ESPs from the data folder that have been merged into the new plugin into a backup folder. Keeping them somewhere handy will allow you to restore things back to how they were without much trouble in case of any issues. Nexus Mod Manager users. Navigate to the merge destination directory folder. Open the folder bearing the name of the merge. Highlight all of the folder's contents, right-click, and add to archive. Name the archive after the plugin so that you know what it is. Open a second window. Navigate to where you store your NMM-mod archives. Drag and drop the merge archive inside. If you wish to delete the merge plugin loose files in the original folder, you can, but I would recommend saving them just in case. Open Nexus Mod Manager. Open the Mods tab. Add the archive manually as you would any other mod and activate it. Mod Organizer users. Open Mod Organizer. In the left pane, locate the mod that you have used to create the new merge. If you have the Copy General Assets option activated, deactivate these old mods. Deleting them will create a lot of work for yourself if you ever wish to update the merge or if you stop using it altogether. If you have the Copy General Assets option deactivated, you will need to keep the old mods activated for their asset files to be loaded. However, at this point, the plugins for those old mods will still be active, and that needs to be remedied. The most organized way to handle this situation is to double-click the old mod, open the Optional ESPs tab, move the ESPs that you have already merged from the Available ESPs window to the Optional ESPs window by highlighting them and selecting the up arrow. Close the mod window. Do this for each mod that has had its ESPs merged. Optionally, you can simply uncheck the plugins from the plugin tab in the right pane. However, doing this may clutter up the tab. It's your choice. Scroll to the bottom of the left pane. Activate the checkbox for the new merged plugin mod. Arrange its location according to your personal load order, then do the same for the plugin in the right pane. Rebuilding merges. Rebuilding a merge could not be simpler. If you have removed or deactivated the old plugins that are a part of the merge that you are rebuilding, either reinstall or reactivate them. Make your changes. If you are updating the mod, do so using the old, now activated plugins as you usually would. If you are adding or removing a plugin from the current merge, open Merge Plugins. At the main interface, within the Plugins tab, locate the plugins in question and remove them or add them. Allow the background loader to finish if it isn't. You will see the information about the loader at the far left in the status bar. Open the Merges tab. Right-click the merge and select Rebuild. If rebuilding multiple merges, select the Build Merges hammer icon from the top of the interface, and every merge that is ready to be rebuilt will be. If there are any issues, you will be warned beforehand in the Merges tab. Handle them the same way that you did when building the initial merge and then rebuild it when the issues have been resolved. Main Window Quick Bar. The Quick Bar is the list of icons at the top of the main Merge Plugins window. Create New Merge, the plus symbol icon, opens the Edit Merge window, allowing you to create a new merge. The Edit Merge window. Name is the name of the folder that the merge plugin will be stored in and is used to identify itself within the application. If a folder exists in your merge destination directory with the given name, the name will turn red. If you already have a merge of the given name, it will turn red and the OK button will be disabled. File name is the name of the ESP file that will be produced by the merge and is used for determining the path of various asset files. If the name already exists, it will turn red and the OK button will be disabled. Merge method is the method that is used when merging plugins. Overrides is the generally recommended method that copies records to the new plugin as overrides. New records is a method that copies non-override records to the new plugin as new records. You only should use the new records merging method if overrides produces an error. Renumbering is the method used when renumbering form IDs for the merge. Conflicting is the generally recommended method that only renumbers form IDs that conflict with each other and by definition does not affect any form IDs in the first plugin within the merge. All renumbers every form ID, is less useful but is still valuable for testing purposes and must be selected if the merge method is set to new records. When finished utilizing the window, select OK to create the new merge or Cancel to discard it. Find errors. The magnifying glass icon will check for errors in all loaded, non-blacklisted plugins that have not yet been checked for errors. Until the background loading process has finished, this icon will remain grayed out. Build merges, the hammer icon, will build any merges that are ready to be built or rebuilt within the Merges tab. Build merges will be disabled if the background loader is not completed or if there are no merges to build. Submit reports, the statistics sheet icon, opens the report window so that you can submit reports on built merges. View dictionary, the open book icon, opens the dictionary viewer window where all dictionary entries for the current game can be found. The dictionary viewer window. Filtering options are used to quickly navigate the main window. File name allows you to filter the main window by name and will hide any files that do not match what you have typed exactly. Records allows you to filter the main window by how many records the files contain. Select the drop-down menu to choose whether records should be filtered by values less than, greater than, or equal to what you have entered. Version allows you to filter the main window by which version of merge plugins existed at the time of the entry. Select the drop-down menu to choose whether versions should be filtered by values less than, greater than, or equal to what you have entered. Rating allows you to filter the main window by which rating merge plugins gives to the files. Ratings are explained within the main Windowpane section of the tutorial. Select the drop-down menu to choose whether ratings should be filtered by values less than, greater than, or equal to what you have entered. Reports allows you to filter the main window by how many reports have been generated for the plugins. Select the drop-down menu to choose whether reports should be filtered by values less than, greater than, or equal to what you have entered. Dictionary information is a list of all the statistics for the current dictionary file. File name is the name of the dictionary being viewed. File size is the size of the dictionary. Date modified is the date when the dictionary was last updated. Number of entries is how many entries the dictionary contains. Total reports is how many reports the dictionary contains. Entries displayed is how many entries are displayed in the main window and is affected by filtering. Blacklist size is the number of plugins in the dictionary file that have been marked as blacklisted. Entry notes displays user-contributed notes for the selected entry based on submitted reports. The main window. The columns correspond with the filtering options previously mentioned. Colors are expanded upon within the main Windowpanes section of the tutorial. The Options gear icon opens the options window shown in the installation and setup section. While a lot of the information was previously covered, here you will find everything. The General tab. Language is the language that the merge plugin's text will be displayed in. Current language. Select the drop-down menu to choose from the supported languages. Reports enables you to utilize the Submit Reports icon. Username is the username that you will possess for submitting reports. Enter a username in the text box, select Check to see if the username is available, select Register to claim the username and to generate a specific key code for it. Registration status will inform you as to whether or not you have a registered username for your IP address. Username key codes are stored in your Merge Plugins settings INI file and in your system registry. If you plan on reformatting your drive and want to maintain access, you should back up the settings.ini. The file is located in Merge Plugins, Profiles, the game profile name. You can choose any game folder if there is more than one available. Style affects specific window styles within Merge Plugins. Simple Dictionary View, when activated, disables the color coding within the Dictionary Viewer window. Simple Plugins List, when activated, disables the plugin's color coding and changes their flag icons into characters. Updating Update dictionary automatically. When activated, we'll have merge plugins check for dictionary updates and automatically download them. Use the Update Dictionary button if Auto Update is deactivated. Update program automatically. When activated, we'll have merge plugins check for program updates when it is started. It will then install them if any are found and then immediately restart itself for the updates to take place. Use the Update program button if Auto Update is deactivated. The Merging tab is used to establish how merges will be handled. Asset handling dictates what assets will be handled by merge plugins and where the merge will be output to. Merge destination directory is where a merge and all of its corresponding files will be output to. Use the folder icon to the right of the directory bar to change locations. Handle FaceGen data. When activated, this option will allow FaceGen data to be handled when merging. If not activated, the gray face bug will occur for new NPCs that have been merged. Handle voice assets. When activated, this option will allow file-specific voice assets to be handled when merging. If not activated, NPCs will lose any custom voicing that was applied to them. Handle MCM translations. When activated, if MCM translation files exist within any of the plugins being merged, they will be combined into a single file for the plugin. If not activated, some MCMs may display nonsensical characters or be disarranged and not display proper labels. Handle INI files. When activated, this option will combine plugin-specific INI files into a single file. If not activated, INI files will be ignored during the merging process. Handle script fragments. When activated, script fragments that were associated with the plugins being merged that were associated with a record that was renumbered will be recompiled. If not activated, quests, scenes, and dialogue topics that rely on new script fragments will most likely malfunction. This option requires the Papyrus integration established at the end of the installation and setup section. Extract BSAs. When activated, BSA files associated with the plugins being merged will be unpacked and placed into a new Merge Plugins data folder. Build Merged BSA. When activated, all of the BSA files associated with plugins that are being merged will also be merged into a single BSA. Be cautious, as BSAs have a maximum file size of 2 GB. This method is not recommended unless you know exactly why it is that you should be using it. The BSA opt integration within the Integration tab must be performed for this option to be available. Batch copy assets. When activated, all file-specific and general asset copying operations will be performed via a BAT file, recommended as it is more efficient than copying files through Delphi methods. Debug is used to create log files in case of errors. You should activate all of the checkboxes if asking for help on Nexus Mods, GitHub, or elsewhere that the logs themselves will be required. Verify file access verifies that Merge Plugins has the necessary file system permissions to function properly. This button should be pushed after any time that you change a directory path. The Advanced tab. Merge Profile. Current Profile is the name of the currently active profile. Select the Switch Merge Profiles button to restart the application and switch profiles. Backend. Server host is the host name that you will be connected to for backend services. Server port is the server port that you will be connected to for backend services. Don't send usage statistics. If activated, user statistics such as how many merges you've made and how many plugins you've checked for errors will not be sent to the backend. Logging provides options as to how logs that were activated in the Merging tab will appear. Client General Load Merge Plugin and Errors all specify what colors these messages will be written in the log files. I recommend leaving them at their default colors so others who may read them will be familiar. Template specifies the template to be used by messages in the log files. Sample is a sample of what the template will look like based on your choices. The Integrations tab. The Integrations tab is used to establish third-party program integration. Mod Manager, explained in the installation and setup section of this tutorial. Papyrus, also explained in the installation and setup section of this tutorial. BSAs. BSA opt path needs to point to the BSA opt executable location. This is only necessary and must be established if you use the Build Merged BSA options from within the Merging tab. BSA opt options is the target line to add options to that you want to use with BSA opt. Main window panes. The main window, for purposes of this tutorial, is the left and right panes that you will be using to do the bulk of your work within Merge plugins. The Plugins tab. The Plugins tab displays an ordered list of loaded plugins that can be interacted with. The Index column displays the hexadecimal load order index of the plugins. File Name column displays the file names of the plugins. Flags column displays any flags that are associated with each plugin. The X icon flag signifies that the plugin is blacklisted and cannot be merged. The E or red circle exclamation flag signifies that the plugin has errors. The R yield sign flag signifies that errors for a plugin are ignored. The N checkmark flag signifies that the plugin has no errors. The A file box flag signifies that the plugin has a BSA file. The G upper body flag signifies that the plugin has face gen data. The V speaking flag signifies that the plugin has voice data. The T menu flag signifies that the plugin has MCM translations files. The I paperclip flag signifies that the plugin has an ini file. The F puzzle flag signifies that the plugin has script fragments. The D red square flag signifies that you have marked the plugin as do not merge. And the S diamond flag, only detected by Fallout 3 and New Vegas users, signifies that scripts within the plugin reference itself. The merge column is the name of the merge that the plugin is associated with. Plugin details. When selecting a plugin, all of its details will appear in the Plugin Details section in the main Windows right pane. File name is the name of the selected plugin. Hash is the hash used to track the plugin when it's updated. File size is the size of the plugin. Date modified is the date that the plugin was last modified. Merge rating is the plugin's average rating based on user reports. If there is no rating, no user reports on the plugin have been made, and the merge rating is unknown. This lack of rating corresponds with the plugin color, gray. -1 signifies that the plugin is blacklisted for being merged under any circumstances. This rating corresponds with the plugin color, black. 0 signifies merge failure. Merging the plugin can cause CTDs, major stability problems, failure to create a plugin at all, and other potential issues. This rating corresponds with the plugin color, red. The number 1 signifies merge dysfunction. A merge with this plugin will not work in-game, and major aspects of a merge created with this plugin will not work or exist at all. This rating corresponds with the plugin color, orange. 2 signifies dysfunction. The majority of the plugin content will work, but some won't. Merging this plugin can still achieve the ultimate merging goals, but there will be bugs. This rating corresponds with the plugin color, yellow. 3 signifies that there will be tweaking required when merging with this plugin for it to work perfectly in-game. You may have to modify the plugin or its assets. This plugin corresponds with the color, light or grassy green. And the number 4 signifies that the plugin is perfect for merging. All aspects of the plugin will work perfectly right away without having to do any additional work for it. Nothing will be missing, nothing will be broken, and this rating corresponds with the plugin color, green. Flags is a list of flag characters associated with the plugin. This corresponds directly with the flags column. Number of records is the number of records in the plugin. Number of overrides is the number of override records in the plugin. Author is the mod author. Description is the description of the plugin if one exists. Masters lists any and all files that are required to be activated in your load order for this plugin to work. Errors lists, if they exist, any errors in the plugin. And reports is a list of users submitted reports for the plugin. The plugin context menu. When right-clicking a plugin, a context menu will appear. Add to merge opens a cascading context menu, allowing you to add the selected plugins to a new merge or any of the current merges within the Merges tab. Remove from merge removes the selected plugin from any merge that it's in. Disallow merging will mark the plugin with a do not merge flag. Errors opens a cascading context menu. Check for errors launches an error checking task for the selected plugin. Fix errors launches an error fixing task for the selected plugin. Ignore errors marks the selected plugin with the errors ignored flag if they have errors. Reset errors removes the errors ignored flag on the selected plugins. Report on plugin opens the submit report window, allowing users to submit a report on the selected plugin. Open plugin location opens the location of the plugin on your system in the Explorer window. The Merges tab The Merges tab displays a list of merges managed by the program. The index column is the build order of the merge. Name is the title that you have given the merge. File name is the name of the plugin being created for the merge. Size is the number of plugins incorporated into the merge. Date built is the date when the merge was last built. Merge details. When selecting a merge, all of its details will appear in the merge details section in the main window's right pane. Status is the status of the merge. Unknown means that the status for this merge has not yet been determined. This corresponds with the status color gray. Plugins not loaded means that one or more plugins from the merge are not loaded into the application. This corresponds with the status gray. No plugins to merge means that the merge has no plugins in it and it cannot be built. This corresponds with the status red. Directories invalid means that the directories in the options window are not valid and is telling you to go and change them. This corresponds with the status color red. Errors in plugins means that plugins in the merge have errors and corresponds with the status color red. Check for errors required means that all of the plugins in the merge need to be checked for errors before it can be built. This corresponds with the merge status orange. Plugins not contiguous means that plugins within the merge are not contiguous in the load order. In most situations, you can choose to ignore this. This corresponds with the merge status orange. Merge breaks dependencies means that merging these plugins together will break a dependency between one or more plugins in your load order. More information can be found in the Resolve Issues window. This corresponds with the merge status color orange. Up to date means that the merge has been built and does not need to be rebuilt. This corresponds with the status color blue. Up to date forced means that the merge has been marked as up to date by the user and corresponds with the status color blue. Ready to be built. The merge has never been built before and is ready. This corresponds with the status color green. Ready to be rebuilt means that the merge has been built, but changes in the source plugin files have been detected. This corresponds with the status color green. Ready to be rebuilt forced means that the merge has been built, but marked as needing to be rebuilt by the user. This corresponds with the status color green. Failed means that building the merge has failed and corresponds with the status color black. Built means that the merge has been built. You'll have to restart the program if you want to rebuild it. This corresponds with the status color black. Cancelled means that you have canceled the merge. You'll have to restart the program if you want to rebuild it. This corresponds with the status color black. Merge name is the name of the merge. File name is the name of the new merge file. Plugin count is the number of plugins merged into the file. Date built is the date that the merge was last built. Plugins is a list of all of the plugins that have been added to the merge. Merge method is the merge method chosen within the Edit Merge window discussed at the beginning of the main window quickbar section in the tutorial. Renumbering is the renumbering method chosen within the Edit Merge window discussed at the beginning of the main window quickbar section of the tutorial. Files is a list of the files associated with the merge. If there are over 250 files, the list will not be displayed. Fails is a list of the failures that occurred when last building the merge. If there are over 250 failures, this list will not be displayed. The Merge context menu. When right-clicking a merge, a context menu will appear. Create new merge creates a new merge and opens the Edit Merge window for it. Edit Merge opens the Edit Merge window for each selected merge. Delete Merge deletes the selected merges. Plugins opens a cascading context menu. Resolve Issues opens the Resolve Issues window. Within the Resolve Issues window, you will be told of any broken dependencies or plugin errors, which plugin they belong to, and will be given information on how to resolve the issues, if any. Check plugins for errors. Launches an error checking task for the plugins in the selected merges that have been checked previously. Fix errors in plugins. Launches an error fixing task for the plugins in the selected merges that have errors. Report on plugins opens the report window with all plugins in the selected merges. And Move opens a cascading context menu. Up will move the merge up one place in the merge index. Down will move the merge down one place in the merge index. To top will move the merge to the top of the merge index. To bottom will move the merge to the bottom of the merge index. Build merge builds the selected merges as long as they are ready to be built. Toggle rebuild status switches merges from up to date to ready to be built forced and ready to be built to up to date forced. Open an Explorer opens the folder associated with the merge in the Explorer. The Log tab displays enabled log messages that have occurred during program execution. From left to right, you'll see the left window pane, which displays the actual logging events. The time is when the log message was created. Group and label is what kind of log message is being displayed. Text, which is the actual log message. The log context menu. When right-clicking a log entry, a context menu will appear. Filter group allows you to hide and reveal messages based on their group. Filter label allows you to hide and reveal messages based on their label. Copy to clipboard will allow you to paste the log entry by copying it to your clipboard. Save and clear will save the log as a file and clear the left window. Application details. Application is the name of the running application. Author is the author of the running application. Version is the version of the application that you are using. Date built is the date when the version of the application that you are using was built. Game mode is the game mode you're currently using the application in. Language is the current language mode you're using the application in. Times run is the number of times you've run the application. Merges built is the number of merges you've built. Plugins fixed is the number of plugins you've fixed. Plugins checked for errors is the number of plugins that you have checked for errors. Plugins merged is the number of unique plugins that you have merged. Reports submitted is the number of reports that you have submitted. GitHub repo is the GitHub repository for the Merge Plugins project. You can go here to submit issues, track development, and download dev builds. Nexus Mods page is the Nexus Mods page for Merge Plugins. API credits are the credits for the APIs used in Merge Plugins. Xedit version is the version of Xedit that Merge Plugins is using. Xedit credits are the credits for the creators of Xedit. Testers is the list of beta testers who contributed to the development of Merge Plugins. And translators is a list of translators who have translated Merge Plugins into different languages. The status bar. The status bar is located at the bottom of the Merge Plugins interface. Message panel displays a message regarding overall program status. Blocking panel displays its icon, the hourglass, if a blocking background operation is in progress, such as the background loader, error check, or if plugins are currently being merged. Connection panel displays an icon indicating whether or not the program is connected to the Merge Plugins server. Merges panel displays its icon, the hammer, if there are merges that are ready to be rebuilt. Dictionary panel displays its icon, the download symbol, if a dictionary update is available. Program panel displays its icon, the refresh symbol, if a program update is available. The language panel displays the current language mode, and the version panel displays the program's version. And that will conclude this video tutorial on Merge Plugins by Mator the Eternal. I would like to thank all of you for taking the time to join me. I would like to give a special thanks to Mator himself for helping me out through this long process and assuring that I got everything just right. If I do ever create an updated version of this tutorial, I will be using all of your comments to help me decide what should be added to it. If I use your suggestion, you will be credited on screen in the next version of this tutorial. And as always, I am Michael of GamerPoets. Thank you for watching.